Hello, everyone, and welcome to Spa Day Reading. I am joined by Caleigh of WooWooWonderment. Hello, Caleigh. And Tanys of Twillo Lifestyle and Twillo Lifestyle Community. I am Tarot Stash. Thank you. Links to everyone's channels are below. Ways to do all sorts of stuff are down below. So please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Oh, here. Like, subscribe. It's free. Also, make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you can be notified when we all go live. So, and as always, this is for entertainment purposes only. Do not make decisions based upon what we say. Seek professional assistance. Really.
Really.
So, Caleigh, what's going on with you? What's coming up on your channel? Taunt people to subscribe.
Well, actually, I have a show coming up on Monday where I'm going to be showing one of my favorite board games called Mysterium, and it actually is based around clairvoyance. So I thought it would be an interesting board game to show people. I'm going to try and even do readings with the cards that are part of the game, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah,
fun.
That's the next one coming up on Monday, and then we have a couple big ones coming up in April. So I have a group of ladies, including Tanys, who we're going to talk about the Galactics. So that's on the 14th and 14th of April, whatever that Monday is. And then on the 28th of April is 1 year anniversary of my channel. So
Yeah.
But I have some special guests on that one too, but no spoilers.
There you go. No spoilers. But that means everybody has to subscribe.
You got it.
Tanys, what you got coming up on your channel?
What have I got coming up on my channel? I have Twillo Talk as usual, every Monday, 5 p.m. And I have My Place Home Care podcast coming up as well, because I do some work with a home care company. And so we do compassionate conversations once a month and compassionate chats once a month. So those are with people in that world. And so come and join us, because it's quite informative. We have lots of great guests there. And Galactic Gab is next week. Wow. Okay, it's coming up soon. So it's on the 4th.
And this is a new show.
It is. Galactic Gab is with Jennifer Tchaikovsky and Dr. Lisa Thompson and myself. And we talk about galactic stuff. We pick a card and we talk about different galactic beings and what they do and who they are. And so we just, we're settling into getting to know them. We each have our own connection to different species. And so different races. And so we talk about those, and we talk about others as well that we've had encounters with in the astral.
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Full. Tarot Stash, I've got lots of stuff scheduled. I've got a deck casual for the What We've Forgotten deck, Oracle deck. Oops. What We've Forgotten Oracle deck with Val from Val's Dragonfly Crystals and Linda from Lindo de Gonzalez. So I'm looking forward to that. And it's Tuesdays with Tarot Stash exclusively on Jane the Secret Tarot. So that's in the morning. And then Jamie and I are doing a back and forth talking about deck preferences.
Ooh, deck preferences.
Forward to that.
That's a great topic.
Yes. And then I'm reading with Linda on Thursday, and then Rock, Paper, Scissors on Friday with Richie and Alice. And it's going to be a caffeinated and unfiltered edition.
Oh.
So hold on, everybody. So, and we have some of the best chatters here. I'm so grateful that you're all here. Acadian Proud, good to see you.
Hello.
And, Annie Bear, who is our Standing in Light with Annie Bear 7F, who's going to be on my channel in April. So I'm looking forward to that.
Beautiful.
She, the Shadow Reader, is here. And Lois is here. Hello, Lois. Nathan is here. Hi, Nathan. Moira D. Deb, Purple Elephant Deb H.
Hey.
And lots of wonderful people. Thank you for Maru for putting in Tanys's channel.
Thank you.
And here's the reminder, everybody, give a thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed because weird things have been going on. So
weird things all over the world have been
Say
going on.
understatement, Gerald.
Yeah. There's way more to that.
That's going to be the snippet. Weird things are going on.
Weird things are going on.
Mary Hernandez, thank you. And we've got people flipping things around, going to other channels. It's great to see everybody. Carolyn Booker has joined us, Tea Garden Chicken. So if you would like a reading using these prompts, it's spa, and it's self-care, pause and reflect, and affirmation.
I like Annie Bear's spa day. Still in her PJs, sipping licorice tea. Happy
Very
to
good.
be here.
Yeah, I love
Sounds
it.
like a good morning.
Yep.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yes. Stephanie is here. Hello. And a day without weird would be weird.
Mm-hmm.
Very true. Very true.
That is true.
So, and then when we're going to go for about an hour, because Tanys, you're teaching a class, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. At 2:00, I'm teaching my Galactic Shaman class.
So, and oh, there you go. Hershey is still in their PJs as well.
Ooh,
Very nice.
So, but all right. So how this works is you type in spa. I'm using the giveaway tool where these are general readings, and then I rotate us around so we're not all reading in the same position. So
yes, I agree, Moira. Weird is the new normal.
Yes.
I need that on a t-shirt.
Me too. I think we should have that on group t-shirt.
There we go.
Our little group.
Hang on. I'm writing that down because, I know people.
Somebody might have a merch shop.
So somebody might. Well, hello. I've not seen you before. Elise. Is it Elise?
Elsie?
Elsie?
Elsie. Hi, Elsie. So
That's just a guess too, by the way, but
Yeah. We hope we're getting it right.
yes. And all right. So let's put this in, and because right now we've got 12 entries, we'll try to do as many as we can.
sounds good.
So, and I'm going to pull 3 of these. Oh, look, Elsie.
Elsie. Awesome.
Elsie, just say hi, and then I'm going to spin again. We're going to do 3. We're going to do 3 at a time, so that we can keep everything moving along. Moira,
Okay.
let us know that you're here, Moira. And I see you, Elsie. Thank you. And then our third for the first round is... Oh, Carolyn Booker is bragging. My wonderful husband just gave me a facial and a massage.
Aw, nice.
And Mary Hernandez Walker. Say hi, Mary.
And Betsy is here too. Aloha.
Hey, Betsy.
Yes. Hello, Betsy.
Okay, what time is it there right now?
It's early. Very early. Like 5 or 6 in the morning.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Garnet has arrived, and Lauren is here. So Mary Hernandez, is here. It's lovely to see so many people here. And here's the thing. We know you have a lot of options of things to do with your time. Thank you for spending a little bit with us. These are general readings, and one of the things that I encourage you to do is listen to the readings. If you're listening on playback, let us know in the comments if that resonated with you.
Please.
So I think it's great. Hi, Jacqueline. Okay, so Elsie is here. And so Elsie, your self-care, by the way, for this one, I am using the Green Menagerie Tarot deck.
Ooh.
I pulled this one out. This is done by this different artistic styles. So the self-care is this is the Empress. This Empress is reminding you to spend time taking care of yourself. The Empress is a card that reminds us that all things can come to fruition. And the Empress is the one who really helps to create that environment. It is critical that you create an environment for your self-care. Putting yourself first is an example of overall well-being. And sometimes, it's like when we talk about we move from caterpillar to butterfly, the caterpillar has to basically turn to mush and then turn into a butterfly. And when it emerges, it's important to allow your wings to dry before you start to try and fly. So I encourage you to give yourself some time for your wings to dry. So, Caleigh?
So for pause and reflect, I'm actually using my newest deck I just got. It's the Celtic Goddess Oracle deck. And the card I got for you is, some of these names are I'm going to probably mispronounce, but Blondewood. She's the goddess of time. But for me, this card speaks to the moon cycle, or the cycles of the moon. So if you're not doing so already, perhaps set aside some time during, especially the full moon and the new moon, to do that self-care that Gerald was talking about. Full moons are great for releasing things. New moons are great for bringing in new things. But maybe just pay attention to those moon cycles. Pay attention to how you're feeling during those moon cycles too. Through journaling and stuff like that, because you might find that there is a pattern where you maybe need to give yourself more self-care at certain times of the month. So,
yeah. I like that.
Your card.
And
great deck.
Madame Maru says she loves that deck, Caleigh.
I love the artwork. That's why when I saw it, I had to get it.
Sure.
I second that. Yes. So I am using the Healing Mantra deck by Matt Kahn for your mantras, for affirmations, right? There is nothing to do but wait. Soothing impatience is what I got. And there's nothing to do but wait. So I actually got two. So this is the first one. Okay. And the second one is, when I share my deepest pain, I give myself permission just to be. And it's in sharing shame is the overarching. So what I would say to that is that, don't wait. Just go ahead and share, because sharing is weird. Okay. Sharing is caring is what I'm hearing. So sharing is caring. So you're going to get more care, self-care, by sharing how you're feeling and how things are going for you. Because sometimes when we're pushing it down, it's not so good for us. So when we can share it and allow that to come out and just be with it, allow yourself to experience it and flow through when you're doing that. So, wait until you're ready, but I encourage that. Okay. So that's what you've got.
I like that. And, when we think about the Empress she knows about timing. The Empress energy knows about the right timing. So, and Jacqueline said, when things get hard, zoom out. What you think is important may be different with a new look at it.
Definitely.
So that's great. Thank you, Elsie. And Moira D is next. Avert your gaze. Avert your gaze. There we go. Hi, Mama Sushi. If the people who are joining us want to get in on the chance for a reading, type in hashtag SPA into the chat. We're using the giveaway tool. So,
Right.
hi, Ms.
Well, that's for clarification, and they're not giving it to me, so we're just going to go with this.
Alrighty.
So, Mario, for self-care, I got meal plan. So I don't know if your life has been super, super busy lately. Maybe just not eating as healthy as we all know we should be. But meal planning can help take the stress out of that. So, on weekends, maybe, making soup that you can eat throughout the week. So there's less pressure to then have to, prepare meals when you're maybe a little bit more tired towards the end of the day. But yeah, meal plan is your self-care.
That's great.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. And to pause and reflect, trust the guidance you're receiving. So you are intuitive, so allow yourself to step into that. Archangel Uriel has blessed you with a brilliant epiphany. Archangel Michael is also present to clear away your worries so you can trust your divine guidance. Oh yes, the deck I'm using is this one for this. Sword of Light by Redley Valentine. So what I'm getting for this is you've had some downloads coming in lately, but there's a lot of worry around how that's going to turn, how that's going to come up for you. Downloads meaning information coming from your guides, right? And so I'm thinking you just need to let the worry go, right? And trust, because you're going to be told how to do it and, what you need to do. So just allow that to come through for yourself, because I think that you're tuned in, and you can let me know if I'm right on that. But I think that you are intuitive, and so just allow those things to come. They usually tell you what to do. I always joke, I just do what I'm told. So by them, just to be clear.
Yes.
Just to be clear. And so, yeah. So trust the guidance you're receiving from your guides, okay?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and the affirmation that I got is from the Interconnection Oracle. This is by Dragorshi or she. I like this. It is, pretty sure it's the Anyhow, the affirmation that I have for you is shadow. Here's the thing, Moira. When we think about light, we are unable to have light or to see light without also seeing shadows. It is an important aspect to remember that shadow is part of everyday life. And it is important to understand you can be scared of it, or you can run at it and make it scared of you, or you can just blast all sorts of light into it. And you can also invite it in for a cup of tea and then send it on its way. So
So
I think,
if,
go ahead.
if I can, I got this deck, the Shadow Work Oracle cards. And so they told me to pick one. So I picked Deception. A slippery slope erodes trust. Honesty fosters connection and authenticity. Integrity, transparency, and trust.
Mm-hmm.
So the deception didn't feel right, but focusing in on the other things, in integrity, transparency, and trust. So just focusing on that if you're looking at the shadow work.
And I'm a firm believer that all work is work. Shadow work, light work, doesn't matter. All work is work. So there you go, Moira. So, thank you, Tanys. Great advice. And bang on, Caleigh. Cooking for the week right now.
Perfect.
You're very, very welcome.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And Mary Hernandez is up. And by the way, Elsie did say, thank you, Caleigh, Tanys, Gerald. This is spot on for me. I appreciate your reading. So,
You're welcome.
so Mary is up. Avert your gaze. Avert your gaze. There you go.
All right. And I'm using Sacred Self-Care Oracle by Jill Pyle for your self-care. I don't know if you paint, Mary, but I'm seeing paint brushes as part of it. Oh, we have a nutrition theme, apparently. Because I have Nourish Your Temple. And they're showing me paint brushes, so do something creative with paint as well. But Nourish Your Temple. So really being, and that, I don't think that's just nutrition, but it's definitely a big part of it. I think that includes water. It includes, they're showing me herbs. So I don't know whether you use a lot of herbs in cooking or whether you're taking supplements. I don't, I'm not recommending any. I am not a nutritionist nor a supplement specialist, but there may be something to that. Also about, flower essences. So check out the flower essences too, right? See a specialist and So nourishing your body. Lots of water.
I love that. Yeah. Okay. And
Ooh,
so
I like that. Look at Madame
nourishing
Marouche.
temple could be painting your house. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. And so, Mary, the pause and reflect. I have the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands from the Tarot of the Mystical Moments. This is a card. When I see the 10 of Wands, it says you are carrying far too much. It is time for you to pause, put all of the wands down, reflect upon what you see in front of you, and then decide which of those, if any, you want to pick up. There's a lot of weight that you're carrying. This is, again, Mary, pause, put them down, reflect upon them, and then you'll be able to pick up the ones that are appropriate for you and with intention. So
it's a beautiful card with all the flowers. I like it.
It is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
Even though it's weighty, it's flowers, so
So for affirmations, I'm using the Dream affirmation cards deck. And the one I got for you, Mary, is my small acts of kindness make a big difference. So you can see the one bright yellow umbrella in the crowd of the other umbrellas. And I think this one is, Spirit kind of giving you a pat on the back that, all the effort you are putting in is making a difference. It may not seem like it at, face value. Yes. You may not see it right away, but it is making a difference. It's, holding the door for somebody somewhere, just giving them a smile when you're walking down the street. That could change somebody's day.
That's so true.
It is. Butterfly effect.
So
that card reminds me of my tutu story.
Yeah.
Yes.
The one yellow tutu. Yeah, anyway.
Yep.
Another whole story.
So hope that makes some sense for you, Mary. I am an overweight artist. Thank you all so much. Well, put down the things that aren't serving you so that you can move through. And that's the spa day. I love that. So thank you for letting us know, Mary. And all right.
Good confirmation too for me. Thanks. Because I was seeing artist paintbrushes.
See? And when you pulled your card, Tanys, I was seeing body paint.
Oh, there we go.
Self-love in that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I see Hypnicity is here. More people have joined us.
Oh, me is a winner. Does that mean it's me?
Well, we can do one for you if you want. You just have to put your name in.
Okay.
Me just arrived. Me, type in that you're still here. And so we're drawing 3 at a time.
Oh,
Little elephant. Say hi, Deb.
Gerald, are we going to be pulling the same order we did last time in the sense that I can get my cards out ahead of time?
Yes. And then I will be rotating everybody through. So,
Hershey!
Hershey!
All right. Okay, and Hershey the Shadow Reader. Have we seen me? I saw me a little bit ago, but I want to make sure that you're still here. So,
We're going on the floor.
right. Okay, so
I'm not seeing. I haven't seen me yet. I don't think.
All right, Hershey, let us know you're here. Okay, anyhow.
Oh, God.
So
Got butterfingers this morning.
that's all right. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to put me up. We'll do that quickly. Maybe there's a lag. And Hershey, just let us know that you're here. So me, what I have for you, the self-care aspect, is the Queen of Cups. Self-care, you need to understand and honor the way you are feeling about things. Because the good, the bad, and the ugly, the Queen of Cups feels things very deeply. And I would encourage you to allow yourself to feel all of the feels. You do not have to take action with those if they're not healthy, but you have to see them and recognize them and name them, especially if you want to move through them. So, and it is one of those things that sometimes when we need help, seeking professional assistance can be very, very helpful. So,
for the pause and reflect, the one I got is Maeve, who's the goddess of seduction. Now you might be saying like seduction, what? But I'm reading this more as like what is pulling your attention that maybe isn't for your best interest. So you can see like, she's holding the jar or the jug there. So, like what is it that you're maybe holding on to that isn't serving your best self? And kind of maybe pulling you away from the things you should be focusing on. So yeah, seduction is the one I got for pause and reflect.
Okay.
And I got transforming tragedy. So not sure if you've been through something. I feel like you might have lately. And this says loss is a reminder that more room has been made for greater gifts to be received. And that's how we transform and transmute energy, right? We start to reframe things when you're ready, because we do have to have that grief process of loss, right? We don't want to just push it down and not deal with it. We want to do the whole stages of grief. But then when we're ready, we can start to reframe it in, okay, so I've released this, because we can only sort of hold so much in our lives at once, right? And so there's times when we start to release this in order to bring in something even better. Okay, so there's going to be something even better, whatever this was. Okay, but sending lots of love, because it looks like you've been through it.
Yeah, thank you, Bea. I hope you were able to get this. Mo has come in. Ramon Moon Scarab is here, and Purple Elephant Deb H is up. Avert your gaze. Avert your gaze. There you go. And then we did see Hershey's name come in. So Hershey is next.
So the self-care I got for you, Deb, is yoga. So when I pulled this, I'm like, okay, it's Deb. I don't necessarily see you maybe doing some of these poses, but then it crossed my mind that Tanys does chair yoga.
Yes. Yoga can be as simple as breathing, right? Yeah.
So that's exactly where my brain went once I saw it. I'm like, no, wait. There's so many, as Tanys says, breath work, chair yoga, just keeping up that kind of flexibility, using it as a form of meditation, tapping into those areas of your body that maybe are feeling a little bit neglected. So yeah, self-care, do some yoga.
Yep.
And Deb said, I can do chair yoga.
Awesome.
Perfect.
We actually have a chair yoga class. Shameless plug. We have a chair yoga class at Develop Lifestyle Academy with Jacqueline Richards. She's great.
Nice.
Deb, so I have your vibration is rising. So this is a time of great spiritual growth for you. You're evolving to occupy a higher energetic frequency. And if you see here, she's got all this energy swirling around her. And it's a time for self-reflection for you, because I actually have never noticed that she's got a reflection there. So this is definitely something of interest for you. It's a time of self-reflection. Because your vibration is rising, I feel like delving into who the new you is, because we're never the same person 2 days in a row. We always learn something new. So doing a bit of self-reflection on who that new you is as your vibration is rising. Okay.
And Deb said, I am evolving. It's harder than it sounds.
Yes. Evolution and transformation can be messy.
Yes. And the affirmation that I have for you, Deb, is rain. Rain is very refreshing. It can be when it's a downpour and a storm, it can be very damaging. What this feels like is it feels like taking a very nice shower, something with herbs to get you in the right space. This could be very refreshing. And Deb says, I love rain. So I also encourage you to, if you need help sleeping or resting, meditating, perhaps find some rain sounds. You can do that on YouTube and some of the other streaming services. Rain is what's needed, and it's a gentle rain. So, oh yeah, listen to Madonna's Rain song. It's very uplifting. I agree. It is.
Very good.
I love that one. Okay.
Excellent.
You're welcome, Deb. Welcome. And we have Hershey is up. Avert your gaze. Avert your gaze. There you go.
All right. So Hershey, I have for you, spend time with animals. So I don't know if you have any pets, but if not, then I would encourage you to either play with somebody else's pets, or go in the forest and just, it's interesting. So what they're showing me is you sitting in the forest and like sending out your senses and sensing where each of the animals are that are around you. I don't know if that's something that you would consider doing, but sensing where all of the animals are, and then kind of tuning into them and sort of having like a telepathic conversation with them is what I'm hearing. So like there's something in that they're going to bring you some deep healing by doing that. So it's not just about spending time, and of course there's always a therapeutic aspect of like, doing the petting an animal kind of thing, right? Which would be great as well if you have them. If not, you can find somebody that you can, that's great. But if not, going in the forest and having a telepathic communication with some animals would be a great practice for you.
And Hershey said, your description is Mosaic's backyard. I love it. So, and she was
perfect.
She missed us calling her name because she was outside with the dog.
Oh, perfect. I missed that. So play with the dog.
There you go.
But have a telepathic conversation too. There's one of the animals has something for you.
I love that. So the pause and reflect is the 7 of Swords. When we see this creature is coming from flowers and coming from the eggs, a little serpent-like. 7 of Swords usually tells me to protect the things that are bringing you joy. Someone might be trying to take them from you. So pause and reflect and give yourself an opportunity to check to make sure to make sure it is actually lining you up with where you want to go. So that's what I have for you, Hershey.
Then Hershey, the affirmation card I have for you is I am creative and I express myself in many ways. So I know that you've been doing a lot of kind of traveling, not necessarily because you want to, but that creativity is going to carry you through all of that. So, you know, trials, tribulations, the good times, the bad times. I know you're a very creative person. So that creativity, let it kind of be your guide or be your companion on your journey. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hershey said, that's intense. And I will let Gerald. Hi, Lightfoot. Hi, Jamie. So go ahead and do that, Maru. Thank you for checking. So, all right. So we are going to pick 3 more. And
drum roll.
If you are selected, just let us know that you are here.
Yay.
Okay. So I did see Annie Bear. Say hi, Annie Bear. It gives me an easier way to make sure. There you are. Okay, perfect. So next up is Madame Maru.
Maruda.
And third, we have Eva. Let us know that you're here, Eva. So
Cool.
So Eva's anniversary is coming up soon. So, all right. So first up, we have Standing in Light with Annie Bear, 7F. So, your self-care card. Your self-care card is the Chariot. This says things are moving. Pay attention to your dreams, because the Chariot is a reminder that you're getting taught in your dreams. And it's also time for you to consider planning a giveaway or go out and travel. Move. And it's really helpful for you, Annie, to movement is something that invigorates you. You are not a stagnant person, whether it be in the physical world or the inner worlds. You like to move, and that's really, really powerful. So I would say your self-care is plan for some time to do that movement. So there you go. And Annie Bear said, I felt a timeline shift when I woke at 3:33. There you go. Yeah, that makes sense. I love walking and painting. Yes. So, all right.
So the pause and reflect I got for you, Annie, is Rhiannon, and she's the goddess of night and dreams. So from this, I would say, you just said you woke up at 3:33 and felt that shift. I would be paying attention to any dreams, anything like that that's happening at nighttime, because there's going to be some important messages there for you.
Mm-hmm. I love that.
Mm-hmm. And I got embracing worthiness as the category here for this one. And it says, I feel worthiness filling every cell of my body, and it feels amazing. Okay, so closing your eyes and imagining worthiness coming down, that beautiful unconditional love, right? Which makes us feel worthy. Imagine that coming down and like filtering through each and every cell as you repeat that mantra. I feel worthiness filling every cell of my body. it feels amazing. Okay.
I
So
like
bringing
that.
all that light and love in.
Yeah. And she said, "Thank you, Caleigh. I'm just starting to remember again."
Well, and with that comment, I was thinking where we pulled the card for Rhiannon, maybe asking her for assistance in remembering your dreams. Before you
Oh,
go
yeah.
to bed, set that intention.
Yep.
Yeah. And oh boy, that's a spot on card for sure, dear Tanys. Yeah.
My pleasure.
All
Mhm.
right. Thank you, Annie. And so Maru is up next. Avert your gaze. Avert your gaze.
All right. So, Maruda, the ones I got for self care. So, I pulled one card and then wanted some clarification. So, the card I got is work life balance. So, if something seems to be out of balance, and I'm going to say probably more towards the work and less towards the life balance part, because the next card I got as clarification was self love. So, I think that maybe try and reassess, sit down, do pro and con lists if you need to, but kind of look at maybe where your work is. Maybe there's times that you can set aside a little bit of time for yourself. Go for a walk. If you have breaks at work, go for a quick walk, get outside, breathe some fresh air, get some sunshine if you have that opportunity. But yeah, just look at that balance.
I love that.
That's awesome. Just acknowledging, thank you, Hershey, for turning the bell on. That's wonderful. So, Marita, I got the way forward is open. You're not trapped. Possibilities and opportunities abound. It says I, but it's Archangel Michael, will guide you to personal and spiritual freedom. Okay, so there is something coming. There's a sense of feeling constricted, but it's not necessary, right? Because you're on your way to joy. There are possibilities there. And just feeling into those possibilities, like it feels like there's it's a funny image they're showing me. So it's like I've got 3 doorways in front of me. One of them is closed and only open like this much. The other one is kind of open this much, and then this one is like wide open. But any of them you can choose. So they're all open. None of them are closed.
Mhm.
So that's what I'm getting for you. So it is, the way forward is open, and it's up to you to choose which one you want to walk through in terms of that. Okay. And they're all on their way to joy. You see here? Yeah. They're
Right.
all on their way to joy. Okay?
So, so the affirmation that I got for you is guidance. So, listening to what my other two guests, or what the other two guests have said, this is one of those things. Guidance is around. Look for it. Pay attention to it. It may not show up as a goose with goslings following it, or it actually could.
Mm-hmm.
You never know.
So I would encourage you to notice the ducks that are around, or the geese. Excuse me, those are not ducks. Sorry to ducks. This is a geese. I know. So the guidance is important. Trust your guidance, and go ahead and ask for guidance about which way. I also see you doing something with a pendulum to help you with yes or no things, to help you narrow it down a little bit, because when so many things are possible, it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's overwhelming. So guidance and geese. It's your guidance goose. So there you go.
So something that comes to mind when I see that picture is it's not all black and white. Because he's got black and white on his head there. So it's not all black and white.
Yeah.
So ask for guidance from your guides.
And then there's always that thing, when you ask for guidance, you listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, says I have geese flying over frequently.
Beautiful.
Well, and I would say if they're flying around and you hear them, what were you thinking about when that happened? Because that would be an interesting message.
Yeah.
So, all right. And Eva J's mystical moments, it says, I'm here. Can you read for both my husband and me, as it is our 30th anniversary today? So.
Okay, so I have self-care. And what I would suggest is that you both go for a sound healing bath.
Ooh, those are nice.
Because we have sound healing. So if not that, or you don't have that in your area, or you don't have a crystal bowl, you can, well, I mean, if you have one, you can play some. But it feels like doing something together with music. So whether that's going out, listening to music at a oddly specific reference, a piano bar, or going to a sound bath if there's one available, or even listening to solfeggio on the radio or on YouTube or whatever while you're doing something else today. Okay, so taking into account sound for your anniversary. Okay.
And the pause and reflect. What I have for you is I have the 9 of Swords. What's interesting about this is the 9 of Swords is the card often of repetitive thinking. It's the card of you losing sleep because you can't shut your mind off. What I'm going to say is that, for pause and reflect, the things that you're paying attention to, do they really deserve your attention? And thinking about an anniversary, I think it may be necessary for you to focus on the beauty and the way that the two of you have overcome things in the year. Focus some time on the beauty and the positive things that are around you, because this is one of those things that, and okay, and the pause and reflect is maybe you get some wash away markers and you draw on each other and you talk about all of the things that you appreciate about each other. Focus your attention on the things that you want to draw in for the next 30 years.
I'm actually, when you said that, Gerald, they were showing me actually writing the things that you love about each other on each other.
Aww.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I mean, wash away markers, you can use eyeliner, pencil. Don't use permanent Sharpies or anything like that. Don't and by the way, we are for entertainment purposes only. So
I was going to say chocolate, but it's not that type of show.
So, well, but they did say, Eva said, that's so fitting for both of us. He's a teacher and tends to worry a lot about things.
Yeah.
And they took a long walk today and enjoyed nature. That's really beautiful. So
I also was getting that opening up a little bit. So that card that you had, Gerald, do you have that still?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You see how she's all like open up, right?
Yeah. She's closed off.
It speaks to self-judgment to me. So don't judge yourself, right? You've been married for 30 years. Both of you can just open up and relax. So
yeah. And that
happy anniversary, by the way.
The wonderful thing about pausing and reflecting is if you share with your partner, that partner can hear you and validate the way you're feeling. You are not a problem to be solved. This is creating a beautiful environment of you allowing it to go so that you can name it.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, when you can name something, it does not control you. You can control it. So,
and you can support each other through, reassuring each other about those insecurities.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes it's just in our head, and the other person doesn't see them at all. So,
yes.
I love what Gerald got, because for the affirmations, the first one I got actually was, I focus on my own progress and growth. So I don't know if, married 30 years, sometimes there's that, what's the word? I'm going to blank on the word now. Where, sometimes you have to put your priorities aside for somebody else and vice versa. Compromise. There we go. Thank you. Brain's a little slow this morning, apparently. So sharing, but also taking that time to focus on your own progress and growth. And the stars there, I want to say like almost like giving yourself a sticker, like acknowledging how far you've come on that train ride. You can see the little train there. But just, yeah, acknowledging that hard work that you've both put in. I pulled a second card just because there was two of you. And the other one I got was my mind is open and I'm ready to learn new things. And I love that you said that he's a teacher because there's the book there. But the other thing I had going through my head was teaching. You can teach an old, they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but I don't think that's true at all.
It's not
so. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, finding maybe some new things that kind of spark those little, you can see those glimmers, as Gerald would say, kind of coming out of that book. So maybe finding some new things you guys can do together that you've never done before that might, add some excitement for another 30 years.
Read or learn about some mystical stuff.
Yeah.
There you
or
go.
Magical stuff.
Yes. Yes. I love that. So thank you, Eva. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is we're going to do a general or collective reading for all of us because we're at an hour and I'm just and Annie Bear is like going, just don't get arrested.
Don't get caught.
I mean,
try not.
Okay, that comment is Tarot Stash approved. Just don't get arrested.
Yes.
So
with the honey added to the end of it.
There you go. Yes. That's a great suggestion. We are thinking about taking ballroom dance after he retires. Then we have more time. I love that.
Beautiful.
And by the way, we had Annie Bear put permanent marker smiley faces on my tummy before surgery. Give the doctors a giggle.
That's awesome.
That works for me.
I love that. That's cute.
So,
I love these cards.
Yeah, there you go. Unless you have bail money and a lawyer ready.
Yeah.
I mean, you do you, kids.
Yeah.
So, I think that's yeah. So, because in the world, sometimes we need people who can stand up, or no, not sometimes. We need people who can stand up and do the things that are necessary. So, all right. So I'm going to put this in here. So collective reading. So I will highlight this. So here is a collective reading for everyone. And so the self-care that's really important is making sure it's the Seven of Pentacles. It is about timing. Self-care. If it's important, schedule it. Put it into your calendar, block off that time, protect it. This is also about we're learning things, we're learning deeper things, and they're taking root in ourselves. And it is important to give those things time to get solid roots. Don't try to rush things. And I'm going to say there was something, Maru, something you said about, I think the Seven of Pentacles that was really good earlier this week. And of course, Maru said something great, and now I can't remember what she said, but it was like it's a deeper learning or something like that. So, self-care, give things the appropriate amount of time, and tend to your garden.
I love the visual on that card, Gerald, because I ended up pulling two cards, but the first card I got was Caventina. She's a goddess of happiness. And I don't know if you can kind of see down by her feet there. It almost seems like it's like, crops or something like that is being grown in that first card.
Love that.
And she's sitting by the well there. So, everybody, kind of embody that happiness energy that, we putting in the effort that we're going to get that growth and return. And then the other card I got was Dana, goddess of empowerment. So I love the visual of this card where she has that key in her hand. So nice. Find that key of empowerment.
And you'll find the peace from the white birds.
Yeah.
The doves. Mm-hmm.
I love that.
So yeah, happiness and empowerment, people.
Mm-hmm. And so I got 3 cards, and I was going to say, guys, give me one. And they're like, no, you're going to deliver them in this order. I'm like,
Okay.
okay. So I am more fulfilled when there is less to manage and maintain. So that would be about culling the garden, right?
Mm-hmm.
More gets accomplished when everyone has a role to play.
Mm-hmm.
So know your role. What is your role?
Community garden.
Community garden. There you go. And the more I embrace feeling good, the less often I will feel bad. So that's about cultivating the garden.
I
Right?
love it.
Cultivating your garden of community to find fulfillment.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And Hershey is picturing bluebirds.
Ooh, beautiful.
Yes, there's a thing about that.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
so and yeah, that's really good. Hello, YT Social. We're just finishing up. It's great to see everyone. Please, if you've watched this and you've gotten something from the readings, please leave us a comment. Let us know what you got out of that. If you were so inclined, we love that. And cultivating a garden of community.
Absolutely.
That's so very important. So very important. So, any last minute thoughts before we head out?
Yeah. Go.
Lots of love. Just bring lots of love to your life in all areas. So, in your dealings with others and your dealings with yourself, because it is a spa day. So, right, lots of self-love.
And I think the messages are really wonderful, because we do have to take time for ourselves, and then we have to share that joy as we can throughout. And little things mean a lot. So, and Jane the Seeker is hosting me again on Tuesday for Tuesdays with Tarot Stash, exclusively on Jane the Seeker Tarot. So anything Caleigh?
You sound like my mother.
What's your name again?
I don't know.
I'm just gonna say, everybody have a great rest of your weekend.
I love it. All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Bye.